How do I even use this thing? Stay. Stay. I swear, if anyone's seen Grace and Frankie, I love Frankie. I don't want to be here. Hello. So, you may or may not know me. My name's Amy. As you can tell, I'm pretty anxious. I've had to take some diazepam to actually get on the camera. But I'm doing it. This is Emma. Emma's my little therapy dog. She's sleepy. So her job is basically just to let me smush her at times like this. I've been pretty unwell for the last 6 months now, with various different mental health issues. I'll probably do another video about that because that will take a bloody lifetime. So I'm pretty much housebound most of the time at the moment, and I only really go out for like therapy and doctor's appointments and stuff. And just in the time that I've been off, I'd say the last 3 months, I think sorry, when I get anxious my memory's really bad, so it's really hard to like gather my thoughts properly. In March this year, I actually really challenged myself and my anxiety, and I started a Twitter account. I don't really do I was sleepy. I don't really do social media because my social anxiety kind of extends to that. But March this year, I kind of realised I wasn't really doing myself any favours, and as I was not going outside, I thought the best thing to do would be to start a Twitter account and start talking to people. And I can honestly say it's probably the best thing I've done in the whole, well, my whole life really. I've known mental illness and I've suffered with mental illness. And I never really had much support until I met my partner. And in the couple of months that I've had my Twitter account, I can honestly say, like, I've never met so many lovely, selfless people who are all going through a hell of a lot of shit, and they're always there to talk to whenever you need someone. And the great thing about it is it's people from all over the world, so if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you feel shit, there's always someone there to talk to, and I think it's just a wonderful community. I've not had any negative experiences with it at all. And I've met some lovely people. You all know who you are. And they've really changed my life, really. Sorry again, it's my brain, it's a bit when I'm stressed out. I promise it will get better. So just through talking with all of these amazing people online, I've just kind of realised that when I feel a bit better, which hopefully I will do one day, I really want to... She's chewing my thumb. Why are you doing this? I don't want this. I'm gonna swap you for my tea. All you need in life is tea and dogs. It will fix everything. She's now eating coat hangers. Thank you. So I even forgot what I was talking about. That's how ridiculous my brain is when I'm unwell. I can't remember what I was talking about, so I'll move on. And I'll probably talk about the same thing, and then when I come to edit this I'll be like, fuck's sake. I am really a bit of a gobshite, like for people who know me in real life. I don't really shut up, but social anxiety is a weird thing. Oh, I'm explaining why the hell I'm actually making this channel. I just think that there's so many people out there that don't properly understand mental illness and what it's like for people. And I'm not talking on a whole, I'm talking about the little things in life, like, I don't know, some days I can't get out of bed, I don't shower, I don't brush my teeth, I can be grotty, I spend most of my time with greasy hair, I can't remember the last time I painted my nails, so that growth that you see there is probably the last time I painted them. Look at this. So, ooh, boobage. For people who follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I haven't really been about for the past 3 weeks following my PIP assessment. I've been pretty poorly and I pretty much haven't gotten out of bed, and today I showered and it was the first time that I've showered in the past 3 weeks, I would say. Did I say first time? Second time? I can't remember. Brain fog. So yeah, I haven't really been about, and I want to show you what housekeeping looks like when you've been lying in bed for 3 weeks. Today, thankfully, is a pretty good day, but this is what I have to deal with. This is 3 weeks worth of washing that all needs putting away, and I thought maybe if I did it whilst I was talking on camera, because I actually feel okay today, then it would help. I keep flashing you, I'm so sorry. I thought if I did it on camera, then, I don't know, it would help me feel less anxious, but so far that's not really worked. Why the hell didn't I put it here in the first place? I've just realised you can see a box of condoms in the background, so I'm going to move them before things get awkward. They're empty, I don't know if that makes it worse or better. This is really hard to vlog because on the one hand my anxiety and like my brain fogginess is just making my brain like mush, and on the other hand I'm on a lot of diazepam at the moment and that doesn't help. Why am I on camera? This is basically why I started this channel. This right here. I've been looking for a way to explain why I started this channel. That, what you basically just saw, that's why. At the moment I kind of feel like I don't have any purpose. And I know that sounds sad, and I'm not meaning it to sound sad. It's just the way things are at the moment, you know. I'm spending all of my time at home. Most of the time I can't get out of bed. I leave the house once a week maximum, and when I do have the energy to do something, the next day I normally then am even sicker because I've pushed myself too hard. And why was I saying that? See, I'm gonna have to think, I'm sorry. I really think things happen the way they do for a reason. I think that the reason why I have the issues that I do is because I can handle them, and I have done my whole life. I have up times and I have down times, but for the most part I handle them really well. I'm still here, I'm making this video, and I do have a lot of insight to my mental illness, because I've been a carer. Oh my god, she just jumped off the bed. Because I've been a carer for my mum and my two sisters since I was born, basically, because my mum has always suffered with mental health issues, and a lot of people in my family are sick. I just know so much about it. I've decided to make a vlog channel just from the perspective of someone that lives day to day with mental illness and physical illness as well, but most of my issues are in my brain. I've suffered with mental health problems my whole life. I won't go into what they are right now because that would take a whole other video to explain and go into detail about, because I have a lot of labels. But basically I've suffered with them my whole life. The past 6 months particularly has been really hard. I've been out of work for 6 months because of my illnesses, and I'm basically housebound at the moment, which is okay. The only thing is, with being home all the time, you kind of feel like you don't really have a purpose, and it can be really hard to stay positive when you spend a lot of your time trapped in your house. I rarely go outside because it's too scary, but again, I'll go into all of that another time. Although I've suffered with mental illness my whole life, I've never focused as much on the recovery aspect of it as much as I am now. And now that I'm really looking into it, I'm seeing that there's so many other people out there who just don't make their mental health a priority. And I think it really needs to change. I think if your mental health suffers, then your whole life suffers as a result of it. I'm a classic example. Like, I just ignored my mental health my whole life and pushed myself to the point where I was killing myself. The way I was going, the stuff I was putting myself through. But I think it's really important that people who feel like they're in a position that they can raise awareness about mental health, if they're well enough to do it, I think they need to do it. I think not enough people do it. So the types of videos that I'm going to do, I'm just kind of going to show you what my day-to-day life is. So I'll probably take you, well, nowhere. I'll take you around my house. You'll get a nice tour. There'll probably be a lot of videos of me just in bed. That's not funny. I sleep a lot. You'll see my ups and downs, my mood swings. I'll show you the good times, the bad times. I'll try and explain the things that go on in my head. I'm basically not going to hold anything back from you. I'm going to let you see everything that goes on in my life. Although there are people out there that are sharing things to do with mental health. I think there is still a lot of embarrassment. I don't really think that's the right word, but it's the word I'm going to use. Embarrassment about the little things that mental illness affects in your life. Just like, I don't know, personal hygiene and stuff like that. And personally, I've never seen any channels on YouTube where they've shown you how they're looking when they haven't had a shower in a week, they haven't brushed their teeth in a week. And I kind of just want to show you, at least for me, what my mental health, mental illnesses do to me. I'm not embarrassed at all by anything really that my illnesses result in, like the symptoms of my illnesses, because I'm sick. That's all there is to it. I'm poorly, and that's okay. And what do you do when you're poorly other than stay in bed all the time and have greasy hair and binge watch Netflix? And, you know, I think a lot of people should just go a lot easier on themselves. I think people beat themselves up way too much about mental health, and it just makes things worse. You're going to be sick for as long as you're going to be sick, and I think beating yourself up over it isn't going to change anything. Personally, I just ride it. I know I'm going to have ups and downs. When I'm down, it is shit, but I know I'm not going to feel like that forever, even though at the time it does feel like you're going to feel like that forever. I'm getting off track again. What was I talking about? Yeah, so basically I just want to share my journey in trying to, I don't know what the word is. This is part of my illness as well. It's really annoying, really fucking annoying. But when you find the word, it's really satisfying. Give me a minute. So you know, I've even forgotten what I was talking about. It's just shit like that, basically. You know, I did have a blog, and I really enjoyed my blog, but it's so hard when you're in a depressive episode to form your thoughts enough to sit down and write something that actually makes sense. And even just explaining how you're feeling when you're in a depressive episode is it's a fucking monumental task. I've been working on a post about my claim for PIP for the past 2 weeks. It's currently 2,000 words long, and I've just thought, this is just taking the piss. I'm feeling guilty, sat there staring at my computer because the words won't come into my head what I want to say, and my mind's going blank. But I could very easily explain to you what I want to say pretty quickly. So I think it's going to save me a lot of energy and distress if I just film it. Obviously there are times where I am very, very low. Again, I'll make a complete separate video about what my illnesses are and stuff, but I'll always make sure that I put trigger warnings, both at the start of the videos, and I'll put it before the trigger, because I know some of the some of the mindsets that I can get in can be very dark, and for a lot of vulnerable people, I wouldn't want them to watch something like that. It could potentially set them off, so you can trust that I'll make sure I put in the appropriate trigger warnings, so you can skip ahead those parts if you need to. I'm 23 now. 5 years ago I was 18, and I went on my first medication trial, and it was the most horrendous thing I'd ever been through, and I didn't have the support like from people from Twitter, or the support of my family, or the support of anyone really. I just dealt with it on my own, and I know there are going to be a lot of people very similar to me out there, and I just want those people to know that they're not alone. If they're feeling, you know, bad, or like you need help, you're very welcome to contact me, and I'll help you as much as I can. I just think the thing that helps people the most when it comes to mental health is love and support, and I don't know, it's so hard to put into words how I feel about it, because I feel so passionately about the whole thing. Let me think. I think basically I've only been on this planet for 23 years. I'm not saying I'm an alien and I lived a life on another planet before this. Conspiracy. I'm saying that literally I've only been on this planet for 23 years, but in my 23 years I've been through an awful lot. I remember my gran saying that to me when I was 14 years old. She said, "You're 14 years old and you've been through more than people have been through in their lifetime." And now I'm 23 and even more has happened. Yeah. But I don't regret anything that's happened to me. It's all happened for a reason. I honestly believe all of my experiences have happened so I can help other people. And that's the whole point of this, really. That's all I want for this channel, even if it just helps one person that's feeling low or feeling misunderstood or confused about the way they're thinking or feeling. I just want you to know you're not alone, and you're probably not as weird as you think you are. I might try and make another video tomorrow. I'm still going to upload this because this is going to be really hilarious. I'm going to try and make another video, I think, where I properly explain everything. I'm really tired now. I'm really tired. This has really taken it out of me. I think at first I was so anxious about it and I've been stressing about it the whole time. It's kind of taken it out of me, so I'm gonna stop this here and I'm gonna have a look at the 2 hours worth of footage that I have, and I'll try and make a video. It's gonna be a fail and it's gonna be hilarious, but it is what it is. Thank you for being so patient and watching, and you know, stick around. Hopefully the next video I make I will actually make sense. Today is only the second day in the past 3 weeks where I've been coming out of my most recent depressive episode, so everything is still a little bit... I'm still very early on in trialling a new medication as well, and I'm taking diazepam regularly throughout the day rather than just taking it as and when. So I'm pretty much in this constant state of dreaming. Bye!
We will see you next time when Mummy actually knows what she's talking about. Bye!